For the first time, the man who says 2 criminally indicted judges conspired against him is sharing his story. He explains how he was pressured to take a plea deal on a charge that has since been vacated. The Office of Justice of the Peace, Robert Jenkins Franklin, in Rains County, 70 miles east of Dallas, was recently taped off. County leaders say it was out of an abundance of caution to secure all materials and data within that office. Fox 4's David Centendry joins us live. And David, have investigators publicly discussed a motive?
Yeah, Clarice, people I'm speaking with still have no idea what this motive might be. The victim in this case was initially charged with publishing intimate visual material, as you mentioned, a charge that is now vacated after a judge allegedly called him up with a death threat, pressuring him to take a plea deal.
If it can happen to me, it can happen to somebody else.
Kobe Wiebe filed a federal lawsuit against Rains County Justice of the Peace Robert Jenkins Franklin in May. Last week, Wiebe added County Judge Linda Wallace to the lawsuit.
You know, if I destroyed evidence and tampered with it, I'd be in a lot of trouble.
The lawsuit alleges a coordinated campaign of judicial abuse.
They say, do as I say, not as I do, and they believe they're above the law.
It started in 2023. That's when Wiebe says he got a call from Franklin, pressuring him to take a plea deal for a crime he says he did not commit.
9:13 in the morning, I get a phone call. This is Judge Franklin. I heard you have a problem with me. You take the deal, boy, or dead men can't testify.
Wiebe says those words, dead men can't testify, led him to accept.
3 days later, I took a plea deal.
Judge Franklin was not presiding over Wiebe's case. Wiebe can only speculate why the alleged threat was made. According to the lawsuit, Wiebe later provided authenticated phone records of the call and verified polygraph results discussing details of the call.
And he identified himself to you on that phone call?
Yes, sir.
So he wasn't trying to hide this at all?
No, sir.
Wiebe's felony conviction was vacated after prosecutors filed a motion acknowledging that he had been coerced to enter the plea. In May, a grand jury indicted Judge Franklin on charges of official oppression for the alleged call to Wiebe and tampering with a witness, pressuring a clerk to falsify an affidavit in connection to the case.
You are not above the law.
Then, in June, County Judge Linda Wallace was indicted for tampering with a witness. According to court records, Wallace coerced the same clerk to withhold testimony regarding the allegations against Judge Franklin.
This should send a shockwave down the back of every Texan, because it could happen to you.
Attorney Paul Anderson represents Wiebe.
At the end of the day, for every conflict we have in our society, it comes down to a court, and everybody walks in expecting to have their fair day in the court.
While Wiebe awaits the civil and criminal proceedings, he wonders if others share similar stories.
And I'm 99% sure I'm not the only one.
Rains County is also being sued in this case. Now, as for those 2 judges, they are no longer employed by the county. I did reach out to both of them. Linda Wallace and her attorney have not provided comment at this point in time. Judge Franklin, he did not respond to us, but his attorney did in an email saying Judge Franklin denies all of the claims asserted against him and looks forward to successfully defending himself from these unfounded allegations in the criminal and civil proceedings. Again, Judge Franklin was not overseeing this case. I asked Wiebe if they had any sort of relationship before all of this played out. He says he had only met him one time before, and that was during a court hearing, a court case involving an eviction. It was just through that process that he knew Judge Franklin. Plenty more questions left unanswered. We'll keep you updated when we find them out, but for now, Clarice, back to you.
All right, David, thank you.